To say thank you to my anchor, my husband Raymond, my son Aaron Bell, my son Timothy Bell. Thank you. I don't see Cheryl and Shandis, but they're the ones that always decorate our rooms. They're not here. But doesn't the room look beautiful? They transform any room. So you can ask for Cheryl and Shandis and all the volunteers that made today possible. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Karen Bell, founder and CEO of WISE Network. Our mission is simple, yet powerful: to bring women from all backgrounds together so we can inspire, support, empower each other, and through that empowerment, we uplift our children and the broader community. But first, I want to tell you guys how I got Lorna here. I have been stalking her on LinkedIn for years, because I saw her on LinkedIn. I'm like, I know that lady. How can I get her? And I sent her DMs, she never answered. I'm like, okay, where do I know her from? And one day, I saw my mortgage person, Pam, stand up, because Pam is the reason. I saw her in a picture with Pam. Pam and I work together. I do real estate, she does my mortgage, and Ms. Dorman does the close. She's a closer, so we're like, okay, real estate, mortgage, closer. But I saw her in a picture with Pam, and I immediately called Pam. And I said, Pam, do you know Lorna? She said, yeah, that's my friend. I said, I need her here to our gala. So I called her, and she said, I no longer live in Connecticut. I was like, you don't? I'm like, where do I know you from? Connection. I worked at Jamoki Academy, and that's how I remember her face. I worked at Jamoki Academy with, look at that, Miss Mohammed, sister. We have some days at Jamoki. Thelma Ellis Dickerson. Yes, way back. I need you guys to, I'm going off, but Google her. So the days when I feel like I can't do it anymore, I think about Thelma Ellis Dickerson. And for sure, I need you guys to just Google who is Thelma Ellis Dickerson. And you'll see the reason why I believe I can do anything at any age because of her. Dr. Crawford, thank you for always pushing me. And always tell me, when you leave the house, make sure so you look decent. That's Doreenism, yes. Anyways, today I want to talk about why this mission matters more than ever, especially here in Connecticut. Because the reality is, for many women, particularly those balancing work, caregiving, family, wellness, and some leadership, remains full of difficult obstacles. And while the challenges may seem individual, they are deeply systemic. These are the numbers. 11% of women live below the poverty line. Nearly 33 to 34% of single mother households lack adequate income. 69% of Black, Indigenous people of color, single mothers struggle with income inadequacy. Women earn 83 cents to the dollar compared to men, lower for women of color. Childcare availability dropped 8% from 2019 to 2022. Eviction filings, and I know about that, disproportionately impact woman-held households. So these numbers aren't just stats. They are stories. Stories of women working 2 jobs, moms choosing between bills and childcare, women who collapse from exhaustion after holding everything together, social isolation, limited mentorship, stalled career mobility, financial challenges, lack of childcare access, and unequal entry into entrepreneurship. These create systemic barriers that restricts women, their growth. These tell us our work is not optional, it's urgent. It is urgent. Imagine the talent, leadership, the brilliance that goes unseen because women are busy trying to survive. When we remove these barriers, we give women space to rise into who they are meant to be. Let's be honest. Raise your hand if you know of any woman who carries way more than anyone realizes. Raise your hand. And if that person is you, raise both. Yes. So what did we do? What did we do to meet these challenges with action, connection, and community? WISE Network was created to close some of these gaps by building a community where women can connect, grow, heal, and lead alongside each other with support for both the personal and professional development. Thanks to the support of many of you, we were able to support 56 women over 3 cohorts in our Women's Leadership Development Program. 56 women who walked in with hope and walked out with confidence. They left knowing, thank you. They left knowing that their voice matters, their dreams matter, and their leadership matters. Literacy is more than reading. It's access. Access to opportunity, to confidence, to a wider world. Our help at Community First School brought approximately 10 dedicated volunteers who contributed many hours of reading support and enrichment in the classroom. And I want you to remember that school, Community First. I want you to look that school up because there's a reason why we chose that school too. And if you're ready to volunteer, we have open slots because we're going back, right? To help those kids. And you'll see why. Look them up on Facebook, Community First School. You'll hear a little bit more about them later. Our back to school, Our back-to-school event served over 100 families, helping children begin the school year equipped and confident. For many parents, this was one less financial burden to worry about and a reminder that their community stands with them. Thank you for the backpack, sir. This day at my sister's place was not a day of charity. It was a day of dignity, connection, reminding women who have survived the unthinkable that they were worthy of love, support, and community. We showed up with resources, but not only that, with compassion, dignity, and presence, reminding women that they are not invisible and they are not alone. Tanya Dorman was laughing at us when I told her that we walked to Talcott Mountain, but we do every year. So we walked to Talcott Mountain. Why? Nature heals. It reconnects mothers, children, and families to each other and to themselves. For many families, this was their first peaceful breath in a very long time. For our walk in Talcott Mountain, we brought 23 families together. For many, it was a moment of peace in a life filled with noise, a chance to just breathe. So, your support matters. This is what your partnership makes possible. Webster Bank. It also allows us to expand our programs, deepen our impact, and reach more women who deserve guidance, opportunity, and hope. When we collaborate, whether by volunteering, mentoring, donating, sponsoring, or simply sharing our mission, you transform lives. You help build a community where women can lead, grow, and rise in confidence. So there's a saying, especially maybe many of you have heard it, give a man a fish, you feed them for one day. Teach them how to fish, you feed, and then you feed them for a lifetime. So this is our plan. Next year, our Women's Leadership Program will be teaching self-awareness, communication, time management, and expanding to include financial awareness, mental wellness, creating a wraparound service for the women at My Sister's Place. I need you guys to give a hand for that. Because women in crisis deserves more than survival. They deserve the tools to rebuild and to rise. That will be one cohort. We're hoping to have 3 cohorts with your donation. We will continue our volunteer service at Community First, supporting the teachers in the classroom and the families at their family dinner, so you can come and volunteer with us. Our Backpack Drive Day will be extended to include health screenings, supporting the whole family with health testing opportunities for parents, because a child's success is directly tied to a parent's well-being. And our walk to Talcott Mountain, Tanya Dorman, will be bigger and better. Our goal is to increase the number of families and provide a meal at the end of the walk, because nothing brings family together like community, sunshine, and a great meal. So in closing, I want to say this. When you empower a woman, you're not just changing her life, you are reshaping the trajectory of her children, her family, and the generations that follow her. You're planting seeds of leadership in the minds of young girls watching their mother rise. You're strengthening communities from the inside out. You're building a future that is more just,